Nobody wants to be cooped up in a fence all day. Well, hey everybody, how are you doing? It's been a while, but who is ready to see some chickens here and get an update on what we've been up to? I have been super busy with a job that I picked up, kind of a temporary thing, and I'm getting ready to start a new job. So I've just been kind of busy, but that doesn't mean anything stopped around here. So yeah, I can't keep these guys in a fence for anything. It's going to be cooler here the next couple days, so I'm getting ready to set the coop up so that they can be contained in there for probably 3 or 4 days in a row and get them used to laying eggs inside that coop, getting used to sleeping inside that coop so we don't have to spray them out of the tree every night with a hose. And just try to get them a little more used to being in there. Today is a nice cool morning, but it's rainy. But that's a good thing because I've got some things to do inside the house that I never have time for this time of year. There have been some changes since I think you guys last saw out here. I am down to 4 roosters and that's it. And this is one right here. I really like this guy, but he kind of has an attitude with me that we're working on. And you know my stance on attitudes. So we'll see if he makes it or not. He is a lavender Americana. And he's very pretty. I like him a lot. And then this guy right here is Hopi. Hi, Hopi. If you want sweet chickens, the purebred Americanas have always been the sweetest chickens, I find. They're so nice. Okay, but this guy right here is my blue Americana rooster, and I really like him too. And so far, no problems out of him. He's been pretty stay out of my way, which I like. So I'm down to those 2 Americanas, and I'll go try to find the black coppers. So peaceful back here today. She has 2 brand new little babies under her. They're so cute. They just hatched like 2 days ago. Little itty bitty things. But I don't want to scare her off of there to show you. Let's check out some quail. We're now down to 8 quail. We have 2 males and 6 females. One of the females flew out one day when Steve was doing their chores, and we haven't found her since. She kind of walked out through the fence into the bean field, and that was the end. Don't know what happened to her. But these guys are laying around, you know, anywhere from like 4 to 6 eggs a day. We get quite a few eggs out of them, and I just put 30 eggs in the incubator like a week and a half ago, and it looks like 26 of those eggs are developing. So I'm really curious to see what we get to hatch out. But so far we're enjoying the quail. They're pretty fun. They're pretty quiet. Not a lot of work. They kind of enjoy hanging out in their little dust bath there. Give them some greens and some celery and a little bit of scratch grains, and they seem pretty happy out here. Our local feed store actually carries a quail laying mix too. I was excited about that. It's Purina Game Bird Chow, but this is the like layina for quail. So that was cool to see. This is a black copper Moran, and she is the sweetest black copper I've ever had. This is the first one I've ever had that I can just pick up without any drama whatsoever. They're usually not that friendly. They're pretty calm, and I mean friendly birds, but not so docile that you can just pick them up and they follow you around. So I'm kind of enjoying her. She's fun. She might be a keeper, and she's very pretty if you're interested in the breed standard. There are the Brahmas. They're finally starting to catch up. That one back there is probably bigger at this point than the rest of them. They kind of develop a little slower and mature a little slower, I find, than the others. But remember, they were also behind as far as they were younger too. So they're starting to catch up. It's going to be a big, pretty girl there. So my 2 watermelons have not progressed past the size of a, I don't know, tennis ball. I don't even know if they're that big. But what I may lack in watermelon size, I have made up for in spaghetti squash size. Look at these things. They're huge. There's another one back there. The things are giants. This is pretty fun in here. Got my cantaloupe. Look how well these are doing. There's 4. There's another one there. And they're all through this vine. Glad I planted those this year. The broccoli did really well. I'm up to about 20 bags in the freezer already, and today probably going to come out and pick what's left because you can see the bugs have gotten it. And I'm starting to see worms, and if you know me, once I see worms in my broccoli, I'm done. We've had some issues this year with rabbits, big issues with rabbits. And we have made the decision that we're going to be fencing this entire garden in for next year. So I'm excited about that. I always have some things fenced in due to renegade chickens, like my tomatoes, things like that. But we think the whole thing needs to be done at this point. So that'll be really fun to just go in a nice gate. And I've already got my fence, so I just need to get my posts and we will be ready to go. All right, let's watch some chickens. That's a chicken sneezing. They get that dust from that scratch and stuff, and they sneeze. If you're hearing that sound and it's not because you're feeding them something dusty, then you should be concerned. Because chickens shouldn't normally be sneezing, but mine do when I give them that food. There's the little black and white speckled one. I can see from now, I think the last time I showed you to her, she's a lot more white. It's really crazy. This is one of the blue, I think it's a blue Australorp. I thought I sold all of them, but I guess I didn't. So either a blue Australorp or a blue Plymouth Rock, but she's really sweet too. I'm happy to see barred rocks in the flock again. I haven't had them for a couple of years. So I have 4 of them now. It's fun to see them. Kind of liking that one. We'll see how he does. He doesn't have any comb issues, so it's all on him whether I have a black copper rooster this year or not. It's nice to see Libby finally out of the nest box. She's been broody for a couple weeks. And I finally took her and Limpy and got them in a cage in the garage for a few days to kind of get her snapped out of it. And she's back out with everybody now, so that's nice. It's nice to see the 2 sisters hanging out again there. How rude. Is he giving me the stink eye there? It kind of looks like it, doesn't it? So what do you think of this one? I really think he's pretty. I like him a lot. And that is the color blue. It's a blue Americana in poultry, which is kind of like, I don't really have a good blue female, but that's a bluish. Lavender is a kind of blue. So here's my little group of girls that live outside the fence. They love their freedom, and I can't say I blame them. kind of feel the same way. It's been kind of fun to watch them because no matter what I do to try to thwart their progress and keep them in, they find a new way to get out of that coop and out of that run and do their own thing every day. And I kind of admire that about them. All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a great weekend. I'll catch you the next time.